Ellie had always thought of her parents as quiet, ordinary people. Her mom worked from home as a freelance editor, and her dad spent most of his time restoring antiques in the shed behind their house. Their home sat at the edge of a dense forest, far from town, the kind of place where silence hung heavy at night. But that night, Ellie woke up to whispers. At first, she thought it was the wind. The trees outside often groaned when the autumn storms rolled in, but as she sat up in bed, she realized the sound was coming from the hallway. She padded across her room and pressed her ear to the door. Voices. Her parents' voices. It was nearly 2 a.m. She cracked open the door and listened. "We have to do it before she finds out," her father's voice rumbled, low and tense. Her mother whispered back, "Then we wait until tomorrow night. I'll make sure she doesn't leave the house." Ellie's heart skipped. They were talking about her. She didn't hear the rest because the floorboard creaked beneath her foot. Silence fell on the other side of the hall. Then her mother's voice called out, sweet and light, "Ellie, are you awake?" Ellie froze. Her pulse thundered in her ears. "Yes," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. A pause. "Nothing, sweetheart," her mother said softly. "Go back to bed." Ellie did, but she didn't sleep. The next morning, Ellie searched the house. She checked the kitchen first. Her parents acted normal, maybe too normal. They smiled at her, made her breakfast, asked her about school, as though nothing strange had happened. But Ellie couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. When her parents left for town that afternoon, she began snooping. Their house had one locked room, a small door at the end of the hall that Ellie had never been inside. Her parents said it was a storage room, full of things you don't need to see. Today, she found the key. It was hidden in a jar of nails in the shed. Her hands shook as she slid the key into the door. The smell hit her first, something metallic, sharp, almost like rust. Inside was a dimly lit room with shelves lining the walls. On the shelves sat dozens of glass jars, each containing dark red liquid. Blood. Her knees nearly buckled. In the center of the room sat an old wooden table. On it, an open book with yellowed pages. She approached it slowly, as though afraid it might leap at her. The words inside were handwritten, cramped and frantic. The offering must be made each year. The blood must be taken willingly. If the child refuses. The last line was crossed out violently. Ellie's stomach churned. She slammed the book shut and spun around, just in time to see a shadow pass by the doorway. Someone had been watching her. That night, Ellie didn't eat dinner. Her parents noticed. Her mom touched her forehead. "You look pale. Are you feeling sick?" "I'm fine," Ellie said quickly. Her dad smiled faintly, but his eyes didn't. "Maybe we should go for a walk later, get some fresh air." A walk, at night. They had never done that before. Ellie nodded, forcing a smile. But she had no intention of going on that walk. When the clock struck midnight and the house fell silent, Ellie climbed out of her window and ran. She bolted through the woods behind their house, not caring about the branches that tore at her skin. She needed to get away. But the deeper she ran, the stranger the forest became. The trees twisted in unnatural shapes, their branches curling like claws. She could hear whispers again, not from her parents this time, but from the woods themselves, echoing all around her. "Ellie, Ellie." Her breath caught. Then she saw it, a stone circle in the clearing ahead, lit by dozens of candles. And her parents, standing there waiting for her. "You weren't supposed to see this yet," her mother said, almost sadly. Ellie stumbled backward. "What is this? What are you doing?" Her father stepped forward. His hands were red. "It's the only way to keep you safe." "What are you talking about?" Her mother's face twisted. "We made a bargain before you were born, Ellie. Every year we give them someone and they give us you." "Who is them?" Ellie whispered. The ground beneath her feet began to hum. Shadows rose from the stones, tall and faceless, surrounding her. Ellie tried to run, but the shadows closed in. Her father grabbed her arm. "It has to be tonight. You're of age now, you have to choose." Choose what? She screamed. To stay with us, her mother said, tears streaking her cheeks, or to take your place among them. Ellie shook her head. This is insane. Her father shoved the same book she'd seen earlier into her hands. Read it. The pages glowed faintly in the candlelight. This time, the words rearranged themselves before her eyes. The child must offer a name. One life spared, another taken. She looked up, horrified. Her mother nodded. If you choose someone else, they will go instead, but you must decide before sunrise. Ellie's throat went dry. You want me to sacrifice someone? Yes, her father said softly, or they will take you. They dragged her back to the house and locked her in her room with the book. Ellie sat there all night, shaking, thinking. When the first light of dawn bled through her window, she made her decision. The next evening, her parents prepared the clearing again. Ellie walked into the circle holding the book, her face blank. Do you have a name? Her father asked quietly. Yes, Ellie said. She knelt, pressed her palm to the stone, and whispered a name. Her parents didn't hear what she said, but the shadows did. They surged forward, wrapping around her father and mother, pulling them screaming into the ground. When it was over, the clearing was silent. Ellie stood alone. The book dissolved into ash in her hands. Somewhere in the woods, a voice whispered, Well done, Ellie. See you next year. Ellie didn't cry. She just walked back to the house. For the first time in her life, she felt free. But as she passed the mirror in the hallway, she stopped. Her reflection didn't smile back. It watched her and whispered her name.